Yo, what is going on? What is going on, family? Woo! It's January 1st. January 1st, and it's been a pretty good year thus far. 2025 was dope. Give me 1 second. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it with one hand. There we go. That pigtail under there. But yeah, man. 2025 was dope. You're 2026, man. You know, we made it. No major issues, no major anything as far as like rider safety. So you know, it was a fun year, a dope year, productive year, and I'm just glad because I was able to accomplish a lot in terms of filming content and stuff like that. Gotta excuse me, I am really under the weather. Can't shake this flu. Everybody in the house has the flu. I was gonna try to get out and ride today because it's the first of the year. It's decent today. I just can't breathe. I try to put on the helmet. It's like it's not gonna happen. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come and talk about a couple of the things that I'm looking forward to this year. I don't plan on necessarily slowing down as far as the content creation goes, but it might not be as much as it was this past year, simply because I wanted to prove a point that you can make content every day if you want to. Again, everybody has their own prerogative. I know some people, they try to create content that's more or less like a story and all kinds of different things. Like, everybody has their own style, but you know, a lot of us don't have a lot going on in terms of like when you're looking at some of the bigger content creators like the fast lane D's and all these different things. Some of us just don't have that much stuff going on. So, you know, you just gotta capture what you can, capture what you love, share it. That's really about it. But as of January 1st, I think we did just hit like 900 supporters here on YouTube, and that's amazing. Our goal initially was, I think, was 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and we're going to see how it went. And we fell short of that 1,000, but again, we did really, really well. We did really, really well, and you know, can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. I'm actually extremely happy. I'm extremely happy. So I can't complain. What else have we done this season? This next season, I'm really hoping to get heavier into the camping scene for sure. And I need to find a decent kind of like solo tent so I can take on the bike and you know, go set up for a day or two and check that out. But yeah, man, this year I'm looking forward to, because like I said, I finally got on with the company. I finally got on with HEB through the pharmacy, and that was a huge goal of mine for this past year. It didn't happen right away, but it eventually happened, right? So looking forward to that. And like I said, that will just help generate a little more income to do some bigger things that I want to do with the motorcycle in general. I was really contemplating selling it at some point, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna pay it off, keep it, because it's such an amazing bike, and I feel like it's a bike that it's just a bike that if I ever got rid of it, I would always feel kind of just kind of sad, you know what I mean? Like, and I would probably always compare everything to it. And to me, the better, what's best to be able to, what's the best way to be able to compare something else, a different flavor of motorcycle than the one that you have, you know what I mean, against that one? Because like I said, Suzuki, the GSXR-1000 does almost basically everything perfectly balanced anyway, compared to some of the other bikes, in my opinion. But if I ever get something else, it would be so nice to always be able to come back to it and always have it to ride, and always have something to compare and contrast. So that is the goal. Like I said, man, I'm so under the weather. Sucks, dude. Looking forward to that. Like I said, I want to pay this thing off as fast as possible, or if an unbelievable deal comes up, I'm just gonna take it, you know, but in no rush, absolutely no rush. But yeah, I wanted to touch on another thing. So one of the videos that I put out at the end of the year, it was just talking about racism at dealerships, and I really didn't intend it to be like a huge thing. I didn't know what kind of emotions or responses it would provoke from you guys, or you know, anybody while watching, but it did get a lot of traction. It did get a lot of responses, critiques from both sides. You know, the side that says they've experienced it, and then the sides that say they have never experienced it and it's a myth, mythos and all that stuff. So, you know, I like putting out content that's like that makes people engage and think. And, you know, my only intent with that video was simply to just give my perspective on what I've gone through, trying to purchase motorcycles in general. Yeah, just in general. I mean, like I said, I've never really had that problem with cars. I've never had that problem with cars. Like, I'm the kind of person that I had like bought a truck. I had bought like a Tundra, and I didn't really like the one that I had. I wasted money. And then I went in for an oil check and like tire rotation and all that stuff. And I ended up leaving that vehicle and walking out of there with a brand new Tundra, the one that I actually really wanted. And I've never had problems. I just never had problems. Like, it's just been automatic. When I got the Volkswagens, it was the same thing. It's like, went in to get my wife her car, and I ended up seeing something, and we both walked out with brand new cars. So it's like, I don't play games, you know what I mean? So, and it's to me, it's the same way with the bikes. Like I said, I call places and I'm just like, hey, I like the bike. What's the price? Give me the out the door price. I don't want to really haggle. If you give me the out the door price, we'll negotiate from there. I'll say, hey, look, can you give me a discount, whatever it is. And then we finalize an out the door price. And then guess what? When I show up, I'm walking out with that damn bike. So it's like, I like things to be easy. I don't like to waste my time. I don't like to waste anybody else's time. And, you know, to me, again, the easiest sell is the one that walks through the door. You know what I mean? That's the easiest sell, because you didn't have to do no work. You didn't have to put out a listing. You didn't have to, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do no work. That's the easiest sell you can get. And so when you walk into some of these places, sometimes people, I think, just have like a prejudice or they profile you based on what they see. And, you know, I don't know what kind of people come in and buy different kind of motorcycles. To me, I'm just like, it's a motorcycle. It's not, you're not buying a Ferrari. You know, I'm not like walking into a Rolls Royce dealership or anything like that, you know, where they're kind of like looking at you like, you know, like, does this guy have money? Like, to me, it's like when anybody walks through your doors of your established business, you should at least greet them with the respect and with the understanding that they're there for a reason. You know what I mean? They're there for a reason. And I just think that some people don't respect that. Some people just, they have a certain type of clientele that they want to work for. And when anybody else comes in that doesn't fit that mold, fit that profile, they're just willing to let the business go, even at the point of disrespecting you when they don't even think that is disrespect. So, you know, like I said, people have experienced it. I've experienced it around here, in particular. I know where to go and where to avoid. Now, if I want to get a different flavor of bike, like a BMW or an Italian bike, I'm going to have to test those waters, because there's not too many places here in San Antonio. I would have to go to Austin. Or just go back to Houston, you know what I mean? Like, where they have a surplus of dealerships and motorcycles, way more to choose from than here in this area. So it's just sad to see that some of the biggest dealerships here were the ones that I've had the worst experiences at. And it's sad. It's absolutely sad. I don't even remember that video, by the way. So I'm going to bring up another situation. I probably even said it on that. I probably said it on that video, but I'm going to bring it up again. Not too long ago, when I took my son over to Camp Motorsports down here. We were just gonna look at some four-wheelers, and we're gonna look at I was trying to find them like a bigger dirt bike, but not super big. And I think I ended up seeing like a 125 or a 150 Honda, and we saw some dirt bikes and stuff like that. We saw some four-wheelers, ATVs and stuff, and I was just shocked, because usually when you walk into any dealership, you can't even get past the door without somebody approaching you. And I thought maybe that the experiences that I had with Kent was probably just a fluke a couple of times. And it was just a fluke a couple of times. And this time it would be different. But I kid you not, I cannot believe that we walked through that entire store. Downstairs, upstairs, back downstairs, just going from room to room, just looking at stuff. And at no point in time did anybody ever approach us and ask us for help. Matter of fact, it was the opposite. Towards the end of the encounter, I had to like go ask somebody about a specific bike, and it was like they were just completely uninterested in inquiring about a sale. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. It was just like, oh, you're here to look? Okay. We're not gonna engage with you. It's like, and then I say, hey, what about this one over here? And they're like, oh, yeah, this is some information about it. Okay. And then they just walk away, and it's like, I could have just bought this. Like, but you can feel the aura, you can feel the attitude, you can feel whatever it is that they just don't want to deal with you. And it's just sad, man. It's sad that that's still happening. It was just sad. It sucks. You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of culture they got over there at Kent, but it's terrible, in my opinion. And, I'll never go back, ever. And if anybody ever asks me about Kent, I will give them the lowdown and tell them I just don't like them. They're not professional. They're not good at what they do. Their job is there to move bikes, to move merchandise, move product, not to engage in profiling. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane. But they have the right to do it. You know, I honestly wish places like that would not be in business. So Family Power Sports, I haven't been back there yet to try to find out what their services are like, simply because the types of bikes that they sell, I don't need to go there to get it. I already got Woods Cycle Country that I deal with for most of the bikes that you can get Japanese wise. Unfortunately, they don't have Italian bikes, because I would get everything from there, everything. Yeah, man, the most professional guys ever. Even though I did have a hiccup with one of the salespersons there, it didn't deter me enough to not shop there again. It wasn't even an issue of that matter, of profiling or anything like that. It was just simply a dispute and somebody trying to force me into something that I didn't want to be in. So that was easily remedied. Like I said, I had a guy come out of retirement and help me, and got the deal done just like that. I got the deal done so fast that I did almost all the paperwork over the phone and online. So when I went in there, I just literally spent like 20 or 30 minutes and just grabbed the keys. That was it, man. Like, it was so crazy. So yeah, man, shout out to Wood Cycle Country, man. One of the best places ever, in my opinion, to buy from. And you know, like I said, man, those guys are phenomenal at what they do. And like I said, don't let negative experiences like deter you. Like I said, there's always places to go. Sometimes you got to travel outside of your comfort zone. Sometimes you may have to travel out of state. I prefer not to travel out of state if possible, but it doesn't mean that you can't. You know what I'm saying? Usually, sometimes you just got to be careful with places like Texas, right? You go buy a bike out of state like Arizona or something like that, you got to be really careful about what do they call that? Texas usually takes a high percentage. I know when I got my bike from Arizona, when I registered it here in Texas after I got off of active duty, I owed a difference of like 8% or something like that. Something crazy. It was something like, I was just like, what? Why do I have to pay you on a bike that I've already paid off? Like, that didn't make any sense to me, but it sucked. It absolutely sucked. And I got burned twice like that. I bought a car from New York, the Audi TT, and they wanted me to pay like all this taxes on it. It was just insane. that was just a wild experience too. So yeah, be careful when you buy out of state. You know what I mean? Just check with your local state laws and requirements before you make a decision like that, because you could possibly, that's the roadblock where you run into when you're trying to register and you realize that, damn, I need more money to make this thing legit and legal. You know what I mean? So those new Sequoias look nice. So yeah, man, like, but again, I'm done rambling. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update. We got some stuff to update on the vision board, like I said. We're going to update that. And we're going to continue to just grind, man. We're going to continue to grind. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this year. I think I'm going to try to force myself to get out here today. It's just so hard to breathe. So we're having fun though, man. We're having fun. We might go camping tomorrow, this weekend. I don't know. I've been so under the weather, so I don't really necessarily want to be out here and not feeling too well, but who knows? It might be the thing to make me feel a little better. But everybody in the house is sick. Everybody. The wife is sick. Kids are sick. Everybody's just sick. So last night was nice. Everybody was shooting off fireworks. It was amazing. But yeah, looking forward to this year and riding, man. So hopefully you guys out there, we lost a lot of people 2025. It was an ungodly amount to me, in my opinion, especially for this area, this city of San Antonio. We lost so many riders this year, and not only lost them fatalities, but we lost a lot of riders that got seriously injured. Shout out to my girl, Lift with Jen. You know, she's recovering nicely. She got hit by a drunk driver that fled the scene. Like, you know, another buddy of mine earlier this year, same thing happened. They didn't run on him, but, you know, he's still out of commission. You know what I mean? So a lot of people got taken out of the game. Shout out to my boy Hollywood, V4, man. Shout out to that brother. He just recently got into an accident. That was sad to see. It looks like he's recovering as well, but you know what I mean? It's just things like that just, it takes the wind out of you. You know what I mean? When you start to see that stuff on an incline, you want to see a decline in that stuff. And unfortunately, man, you know, the USA is just one of the worst places to be a motorcyclist. Our culture is just not centered around motorcycles or two wheels in particular. Like I said, when I was in Germany, it was amazing. The culture out there is very much a part of looking out and prioritizing people on two wheels and pedestrians, period. It was the most amazing place to ride because you really felt safe on the roads. Here, it's cutthroat. You know what I mean? It's really, really cutthroat. And obviously we know that every time that you go out on the road, the more time you spend out on the road, the more you increase your chances of getting in an accident, whether it's your fault or somebody else's fault. So, you know what I mean? Always take that with a grain of salt. And you guys stay safe out there. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Continue to support. Love you guys. Peace.